my jungle loft. So ngayon, itutour ko kayo sa aking garden / jungle sa aking condo here in BGC. So, let's go! So before, hindi siya ganito ka-wild. In my old condo, when I was still renting that one, sobrang liit kasi ng space ko. So wala talaga ako masyadong space to add greens. A lot of my plants then were very decorative in nature. Parang since taga-Antipolo ko, bundok ang dati kong bahay. Sanay talaga ako na we have greeneries. Ang katapat namin is chapel ground. So we're really surrounded by greens. And when I moved to my condo na nire-rent ko before, parang all of a sudden it's just too cold. Parang puro semento lang. So when my sister helped me move in, as in, part talaga ng design process was to add plants para rin may greeneries and the space is lighter kasi mas may buhay. Initially, when my plant journey started, very aesthetic talaga yung purposes ko for growing or having plants around the house. Parang may touch of green, so mas maganda lang siya tignan. My first plant. Actually, ito. It's one of my very first plants. Galing na to dito. See? Yeah. And this one. This pink one. Yeah. Ayun si fiddle leaf. Nakatingin lang ako sa kanya. With my experience sa kanya, siguro mag-1 year na siya sa akin. 2 leaf pa lang yung nag-grow sa kanya. It's really heartbreaking every time naririnig kong may nahuhulog na halaman. May nahuhulog na leaf. May tips naman kayo, comment down below. My first flower experience yung maranta ko. Meron siyang maliit na bloom. I don't know, there's really something exciting about seeing life thrive and grow right in front of your eyes. Magugulat ka na lang ang haba na niya, umaabot na siya dito, or may bago na siyang leaves. So, it's really fascinating talaga. This one, the Pelea. My gosh, guys, ang mahal na talaga din. For this size, na ganito siya kaliit, papapagalitan talaga ako ng tatay ko. 3,000. Pero tagal ko na itong inabangan, kasi yung cute niya eh. But, sabi ko nga, hindi ako bibili ng plant pag hindi ko siya mapropagate. So, tinatry ko siyang paramihin. So, this is 3,000. I have another 3,000 plant here. Actually, dalawa sila. So, this is, okay. So, 3,000. So, this is another 3,000 pesos in the making, guys. Technically, meron pang isang maliit. So, see, yung value ng plant na to is like, mag-grow siya over time. Invest in plants you can propagate. Bumibili ako ng plants pag sobra kong stressed. Go to sellers! Marami na ako naging friend na sellers. Ready, get, set, grow, slow, co, city plants, Riri's plant garden, spruce plant. But actually, marami rin mga gardens, yung mga nakikita niyo lang sa mga kalsada. Some of them, yun yung mga regular na binibilihan din namin ni Ate Roma. Marami sa White Plains, marami din sa Q Plaza, Quezon City Memorial Circle, marami rin doon. Drop the budget. Natatakot ako i-drop kasi alam ko papanoorin to ng parents ko, tas kuripot yung dad ko. So makita siya, ang mahal-mahal naman yan! Yan, manggagalit siya sa akin. But, siguro ang pinakamahal ko ng plant here are the bigger ones that I have, yung binili namin ni Ate Roma. Kasi the fiddle leaf dyan sa gilid, medyo mature na siya nung nabili ko siya. So, medyo mga nasa 3,000 ata siya. Pero malaki naman siya, Dad. Malaki siya nung binili ko siya. So, itong malaking growing wraps or something. Again, don't judge me, is around mga 2,500. So, rule of thumb ko naman, generally, parang hindi pa ako, kasi may mga plants na sobrang mahal, lalo na yung mga rare plants, yung mga Monstera, Thai Constellation, yung mga variegated, as in sobrang last pull siya sa mahal. Pero I never went that route, yung mga 15,000, may mga 20 and up. Hindi na kaya ng budget ko yun. Hanggang ano lang ako, hanggang light and save lang ako sa Instagram. I think ang pinaka-cap na nung budget ko would be, yun nga, mga 3,000 or 3,500. But that would really depend on the size already. Pag alam ko na medyo healthy na or malaki na yung plant, and I think pwede na siyang investment. But everything else is medyo nag-range siya sa mga 500 to 2,000 and all. At this point, medyo hindi na ako masyadong bumibili kasi medyo marami na rin siya. What I'm doing right now, or actually just propagating all the plants that I have. Kasi isang consideration ko rin when buying new plants is kung propagate. If I can propagate it, there you go. Ibig sabihin, this mother plant can actually produce me more little baby plants. So for me, mas worth it yung investment niya because I can share or I can have more plants or I can give plants away to my other friends or bibigay ko siya sa family ko. Okay, so some of my tips in growing your indoor garden. If you're a beginner talaga, don't buy muna expensive plants. Start muna with resilient plants or yung mga very easy to take care of na mga halaman. Actually, in our past video, we actually suggested some beginner-friendly plants. So, start with those first. Build your confidence as a new plant parent on taking care of those plants. Kasi very resilient sila. So, kahit makalimutan mo silang diligan or what, mabubuhay sila. And over time, as you practice with those plants, that's when you can sort of experiment and introduce new plants into your collection or into your garden. So slowly but surely, build to your plant collection. Hindi yung isang weekend, mag-hoard kayo ng biglang 10 variety of plants, tapos iba-iba yung care needs nila. So, ma-overwhelm ka din. And yung mga plants mo rin, baka hindi mo rin matutukan ng tamang time and attention. So, mamamatay lang sila. So, another is, when buying new plants, consider also those na kaya nyong i-propagate. Kahit isang plant lang siya, you can actually create like a lot of plants from just one plant. So, isang hack yun. You don't necessarily have to keep buying new plants. It's just making sure that the ones you have can actually fill in more of your spaces. Another good tip with that is if you have also mga friends who are into plants and gardening, instead of buying new plants, you can trade your propagated plants. As in, we do that. Actually, ang dami kong mga halaman dito na hiningi sa bahay from before. And sometimes, yung mga napropagate ko rin dito, inuuwi ko sa Antipolo. Or sometimes, I trade it with my sister. I'm actually very thankful na I got into plant gardening. Like, I'm very thankful na my mom actually likes having plants around the house. So somehow, medyo na-influence na kami ng mga kapatid ko to have plants. So I think for those people who want to get into gardening, sayang yung opportunity if maunahan kayo ng takot. Just understand the risks na may possibility dito talaga na may mapatay kayong halaman and all. But again, the joy and the fulfillment of having plants and seeing them grow really outweighs the stress and yung takot nyo into growing plants. It's a very beautiful hobby, a very fulfilling and relaxing activity na I really hope you guys get into. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for joining me in this jungle that I have. Let's just share our love for planting and comment on the section below. And thank you again for joining us. I hope to see you guys next week for our next episode. Bye! Mag-gardening na ako.